Nowadays, when everything can be recorded and shared in a matter of seconds, a single video can change a person's life forever. What begins as an impulsive moment, a heated argument, or even a harmless prank can end up going viral and costing something precious, one's job. From reckless comments to unacceptable behavior, each story reveals the power and peril of the internet and how a single moment can redefine someone's future. These are the people who lost their jobs that you will see today. Nell Diala, a former flight attendant for Alaska Airlines, was fired after posting a TikTok video in which she appears dancing in the aisle of an empty airplane while wearing the company uniform. The video, which aimed to celebrate the end of her probationary period at the airline, was accompanied by the cheerful vibe she tried to convey to her followers. After posting it, the video quickly went viral, amassing more than 84,000 views on TikTok. Social media reactions were mixed. Some people viewed it as harmless, while others criticized it as unprofessional. Alaska Airlines concluded that Diala had violated the company's social media policy and decided to fire her. She expressed her frustration on social media, stating that she can no longer be herself without facing criticism and suggesting that her case is an example of discrimination. In September 2019, 6-year-old Kaya Roll was arrested at her school in Orlando, Florida after a tantrum. Yes, you heard that right. Footage captured by Officer Dennis Turner's body camera shows Kaya crying and begging not to be handcuffed. The case generated significant public outrage after the video of the girl's arrest was shared and made the news on several TV broadcasts. Because of his bizarre decision to handcuff and remove a 6-year-old from school in that manner, the officer involved was fired.
Please let me go.
The incident reignited debates on the appropriateness of arresting children so young and led to legislative discussions in Florida to ban the arrest of minors under 7 years old. In June 2017, Colleen Campbell, then a reporter for Philadelphia 17 in Philadelphia, was fired following an incident outside a local comedy club. Campbell was kicked out of the club for inappropriate behavior during a performance, and once outside, became embroiled in a heated argument with a police officer, hurling insults and profanity at him. The episode was caught on video and quickly went viral on social media. In the footage, Campbell can be seen repeatedly insulting the officer and mentioning that she was employed by the station. After the widespread circulation of the images, Philadelphia 17 decided to dismiss the reporter. Campbell was later arrested and faced charges of resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and other related offenses.
Stood there and laughed in the rest of the audience like I should. Okay? I did not disrupt anybody.
She claimed not to clearly remember what happened that night and suggested she might have been drugged. In a public statement, Campbell expressed regret for her actions, acknowledging that they were profane, inappropriate, and offensive, and did not reflect her true personality. In May 2024, Jan Smit, a soccer referee in the Netherlands, was banned indefinitely by the Royal Dutch Football Association after behaviors that cast serious doubt on his impartiality. During a decisive 4th Division match between St. George and SV de Valken, Smit expelled 3 SV de Valken players and 1 member of the coaching staff. He also allowed 15 minutes of added time, during which the St. George goalkeeper Dave Lon scored the equalizing goal that earned the team the title. After the final whistle, Smit was seen celebrating with the St. George players, even lifting the championship trophy alongside them. These actions were deemed a violation of the neutrality expected of a referee. In response, the federation issued a statement saying they expected the referee to remain impartial and that both teams should be treated with respect. In March 2021, Alania Ford Theriot, an employee at a Jack in the Box location in Houston, Texas, was involved in an incident at the restaurant's drive-thru. Following an argument with customer Anthony Ramos about the missing fries in his order, Ford Theriot was caught on security cameras pointing a firearm toward Ramos's vehicle, in which he was accompanied by his wife and daughter. She claimed that Ramos had threatened her and used racist language, which he denies. Initially, Ford Theriot was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but later pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of reckless conduct, resulting in 1 year of probation. Currently, Ford Theriot and Jack in the Box are facing a civil lawsuit brought by Ramos and his family, who allege they were exposed to a dangerous employee and claim to have been traumatized by the incident. The company stated that it was not legally responsible for third-party actions, and naturally, the employee was fired. In 2012, Adam Smith, then chief financial officer at Vante, recorded a video at the drive-thru of a Chick-fil-A in Tucson, Arizona, in which he criticized the company for its support of anti-LGBTQIA+ organizations. In the video, Smith confronts a female employee saying, "Chick-fil-A is a hateful corporation. I don't know how you live with yourself and work here. I don't get it. This is a horrible corporation with horrible values. You deserve better." After the video spread widely, Smith was fired from Vante. He later posted an apology video directed at the employee, admitting his actions were inappropriate. After all, she was not responsible for the company's stance.
Chick-fil-A is a hateful corporation. Just because people want to kiss another guy. This is a horrible corporation with horrible values.
Over the following years, Smith faced significant difficulties in finding employment, going from an annual salary of more than $200,000 to relying on food assistance programs. In 2015, he reported that he was still unemployed and dealing with financial hardships due to the ongoing impact of the incident. In June 2016, Emily Austin, a Fox Sports reporter, was fired after making remarks deemed racist and anti-Semitic during a live Facebook broadcast for Barstool Sports. During the discussion, Austin expressed surprise that a Mexican immigrant was his class's valedictorian, saying, "I didn't even know Mexicans were that smart." She also made stereotypical comments about Jewish people and Chinese Americans. After the negative response, Fox Sports announced that Austin would no longer appear in future game broadcasts.
The whole girl, like, I didn't even know Mexicans were that smart. Is that, I'm
That's
not,
Trump Jr. over here.
no, and I'm
That's
not even,
blonde,
I
blue
know
eyes.
that's fucked up. I didn't mean it like that, but I just,
In subsequent interviews, Austin acknowledged that her statements were wrong and described the difficulties she faced after being fired, receiving intense criticism, and, of course, encountering obstacles in finding a new job. In December 2022, 4 nurses from the Labor and Delivery Unit at Emory University Hospital Midtown in Atlanta, Georgia were fired after posting a TikTok video in which they ridiculed patients. In the video, the nurses shared their icks, a term used to describe annoyances, about patient behaviors, including comments on questions they considered trivial during childbirth. The recording sparked widespread backlash, appearing on social media and news broadcasts, prompting the hospital to issue a statement that the nurses involved were no longer part of the staff.
No epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain, just a Cervidil, and you're still closed.
The hospital emphasized that the video's content did not reflect its commitment to patient and family-centered care, and that the nurses' actions fell far short of the values and standards expected from all team members. In June 2022, Lexi Larson, a tech professional from Colorado, revealed on TikTok that her salary had gone from $70,000 to $90,000 after she changed jobs, and it ended up creating consequences for her. She used the platform to discuss personal finances and advocate for salary transparency. After her employers discovered her videos, they raised concerns about the security of the information disclosed. Although they did not identify specific violations, they decided to fire her, alleging that her profile represented a potential risk. After all, openly talking about salary and benefits did not sit well with management. After her dismissal, Lexi contacted her previous employer and was able to return to her old job. She continues to champion salary transparency and shares her financial experiences on TikTok, fully aware of the risks. A 25-year-old former physical education teacher at a private school in Ocala, Florida, was arrested on charges related to the sexual exploitation of a student through social media. Isaiah Page, 25 at the time, was discovered by the student's father, who caught sight of inappropriate photos the teacher had sent his daughter and immediately reported it to the authorities. The teacher was arrested on charges of possessing inappropriate content, promoting sexual performance by a minor, committing an offense against a student as a person of authority, and transmitting harmful material to a minor. The school, of course, issued a statement encouraging other students to report similar situations and condemn the teacher's actions. He was fired. In November 2017, Jody Warner, then an assistant district attorney in Dallas County, was fired following an incident with an Uber driver. During the ride, Warner got into an argument with the driver, Sean Platt, which escalated into a heated exchange. Platt recorded part of the conversation, in which Warner hurled insults and referenced her position at the district attorney's office. After the audio was made public, the Dallas district attorney's office announced Warner's dismissal, stating that her behavior was unacceptable and did not reflect the values of the institution.
please, dude, you're all
everything's being recorded. I'm an assistant district attorney, so
Warner later issued a public apology for the incident, even breaking down in tears and expressing regret for her actions, acknowledging that her behavior had been inappropriate. In January 2025, Ryan Caldwell, a Philadelphia Eagles fan, was fired from his job after a viral video showed him verbally harassing a Green Bay Packers fan during a National Football League wildcard game in Philadelphia. In the footage, Caldwell is seen directing misogynistic insults at the fan, causing widespread negative backlash on social media. After he was identified, BCT Partners, the diversity, equity, and inclusion consulting firm where he worked, conducted an internal investigation and chose to dismiss him, stating that his behavior was incompatible with the company's values. Caldwell also received a lifetime ban from Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles' stadium. He issued a public apology, expressing deep remorse for his actions and acknowledging that his behavior was unacceptable. Nevertheless, even though he is repentant, he must face the consequences. In May 2022, Sergeant Paulo Cesar de Souza Albuquerque of the Fire Department of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil got into a conflict with a McDonald's employee that ended badly. After arguing over a $4 discount coupon, Paulo Cesar physically assaulted and shot the employee, Matthias Dominguez Carvalho. The bullet hit Matthias's abdomen, causing him to lose his left kidney and fracture a vertebral bone. Following the incident, Paulo Cesar turned himself in to the police, but initially his request for preventive detention was denied by the courts. Later, he was arrested and, in July 2023, sentenced to 12 years in a maximum security prison for attempted qualified homicide. In addition to the prison term, he was ordered to pay $100,000 to the victim for moral damages. In October 2024, the Fire Department of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil announced the expulsion of Paulo Cesar de Souza Albuquerque from its ranks, following the conclusion of an administrative process evaluating his conduct. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.